Hi, my name is Hitesh and you're watching SQL Injection Master Course. Now, hope you are quite enjoying this series as it is quite in a depth of learning about SQL and SQL injection as well. Of course, I expect all of you will use all of your knowledge for the practical aspects and that too with ethics and moral. Don't try to use all of this knowledge in injecting some websites and gaining out some data and likewise process. You can be in a deep trouble as performing a pen testing without the knowledge of the owner or without getting a proper permission can lead you in a lots of trouble. So I expect that much from you, and also I expect that all of you purchase all of my courses from my original website hiteshchaudhary.com. There is a learn from Hitesh section, and of course drop me an email to know what are the discount policies right now going on. You can simply drop me an email for that, and of course the prices are quite low as compared to other third-party websites because I don't have actually to share most of the things from my own website. So with this, let's start our today's session, and let me first of all open up our virtual machine. Okay, so let me go to a full screen view. Okay, so I hope it's a bit more visible. Now, what we are going to do in this video. In this video, we are going to learn a few more advanced commands, not that much advanced. They are just pretty simple, but these functions are rarely being used by many of the programmers. And these are very interesting functions that you are going to apply in the upcoming videos. In this video, I'm not giving you any exercise file or any lesson file because this will come up in the next video. This video is just to give you the glimpse of those commands that are pretty short one, and this video is going to be a pretty short one. So the first command that we have to, of course, first we have to start everything up. Service Apache to start. And please start my MySQL as well. Oh my god, what am I doing? These so much of typos. Okay, so now in order to start MySQL, we have to pass in a username that is root, and we have to pass a password as well that is tour. So here is my MySQL prompt running. So first of all, I'll type use security. Use security is my first command. So change the database to the security. Now after this, all these commands are going to be, first of all, you might sound up, hey, these are all ridiculous commands, and why and whenever I am going to actually learn and apply all these commands. So answer is pretty simple. Have patience. In the next chapter, we are going to apply all of them. So the first command is, let's say what happened if I do select database and apply a colon at the end. So it selects me a database. Of course, we all know that, and that's a pretty simple one. Now what happens if I do something like this? I place all of this in a bracket, database in a bracket, and apply a function that says length. What happens then? Then it says me that, hey Hitesh, the name of the security is actually 8 character long. So that is pretty simple as well. Now what happens if I again enclose all of this in some another function? Let's say if I enclose it in one more function, and that function would be substring, substr. Now if you read out the document about the substring function, you will eventually find out that substring function actually takes 3 arguments. Now I leave it as a small exercise for you to find out what are these 3 arguments which this substring function is actually taking. And if you'll watch the video, you can eventually guess them as well. So substring, and the first is this one, and second is, let's say, 1, and third is also 1. So oops, I need to get rid of this length function. Actually, it's not working out as I thought. So let's get rid of this database and of course a bracket. Okay, so I hope eventually you have got an idea what this substring function actually does. It shortens out the name, and I have given 3 arguments which string you want to apply. I have said the database, from where we want to start and from where you want to add. So your problem of exercise is solved now. Okay, so this is our pretty simple step, the substring function and command. Now let us move ahead in one more way and try to find out what happens when I enroll again all these things in the bracket. That means again I'm going to apply one more function, and if I do that again and I apply one more function, that is, let's say, ASCII. Now let us just try and hit what happens when we do this. It gives me 115, and I hope you know that 115 is exactly similar ASCII value for S, and if you don't know that, try to use Google for this purpose. Now what happens if I ask the database that, hey, first of all I have asked what is actually the value, so it gives me the value S. Now I asked him what is that S be equivalent in the ASCII, so it gives me 115. Now what happens if I ask it that is this value is equals to 115? It gives me a 1. That means a Boolean result is being popped out that says, okay, that means you are true. Now what happens if I says to it that, hey, 115 instead of 115, is it equals to 110? It says, no Hitesh, you are not correct this time. Okay, what happens when I ask it, is the value greater than 110? It says, no, it's not greater than, the value is actually not less than 110. What if I ask it, is the value greater than 110? It says 1. So I can assume my value is actually somewhere lining between the exact 110 and above values. So that was my goal behind the videos, to give you this answer that yes, you can sometime ask the database in the true and false format that is this a true, is this a false, and you can even dump the database entirely using this policy. Yes, some of you might be saying, hey, do we all the times need to iterate for whole 26 times in order to find out the name of the database? And my answer would be, yes, you have to. Nobody is actually, I never said hacking and web application testing was such an easy process, but of course you can find out the database in the similar fashion. There are lots of shortcuts as well, but definitely you have to iterate in these kinds of injection. So with this, let's end up this video, and in the next video I'm going to talk about the blind injection, in which we are going to use the same method which we have dumped the database right now on the command prompt, and in the second video we are going to do with the application based console. So thank you so much for watching, and keep enjoying the security stuff, and don't forget to drop me a feedback and visit my website hiteshchaudhary.com.